is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to you with a quick video. I wanted to let you guys know I got some new merchandise available, not just t-shirt anymore. I got different type of t-shirts, different type of shirts and logos that you can purchase on my spread shirt, and also hoodies now. We have expanded and added more to the channel and more merchandise for the brand. Thanks for supporting. It will be in the description and the links will be in the comment section below. Thanks for helping me and supporting the movement. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis. I'm going to check out the video. What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to y'all with a quick video. Today we're going to talk about the Golden State Warriors, the player Draymond Green, a guy that has been a multiple-time All-Star and All-NBA player in his career, on pace to be a Hall of Famer, but all of a sudden things came to a halt. This guy was a guy that you knew was going to make the All-Star team and All-NBA and All-NBA defensive team every year, and all of a sudden things are starting to fall out, from him and KD getting into it in public to him not playing well defensively. He has steadily fell off. His rebounding numbers have declined a little bit, even though it should, because you have Boogie and you have KD. And his assist numbers are where they should be, but he's not as active as he was before. But today we're going to talk about a lot of perspectives like I usually do, and we're going to see what's the best perspective for a guy like Draymond Green, whether it's going out and venturing off to start his own thing, going to a team that can give him more minutes, give him more touches, and let him be more of a focal point offensively, or whether it's taking a pay cut to play with other superstars like he do, whether it's staying in Golden State or going to play with somebody else and taking that second or third role like he did before and he made a name for himself. All these options are crazy. They're what ifs, but they're fun because this is the options that he's going to have when he becomes a free agent. If Golden State doesn't trade Draymond Green, then they're going to allow him to walk, and he can either re-sign or he can just go to another team, because people think that Draymond Green fell off so hard that nobody wants him, but that's furthest from the truth. A lot of people still want Draymond. A lot of people still like Draymond, and a lot of people would love to have him on their roster, whether it's a coach, a GM, or even the organization, or even the players, because even though he does run his mouth and he does get ejected a lot, and you know that comes with the territory, you can't deny his play on the court. He is a guy that can really change how your team plays and change how your team plays on both ends of the court. And not too many players can do that, but Draymond Green is one of the rare two-way players in the game. And the reason why I say two-way is because just because he's not scoring the basketball efficiently doesn't mean he's not a two-way player. Passing and offensive rebounding and, just being an extra playmaker on the court is offense too. He doesn't have to give you 30 points a game to be a great offensive player. He does enough to where you have to respect and guard him, especially when he has his three-point shot falling. He's a tough cover because he can go from the three-point line to the basket, and he can make plays, whether it's passing, lobbing, or even just finishing around the basket, or even just pulling up and hitting a spot up three from time to time. Draymond Green is a unique type of player, and he's special. But what I will say is, he's having the worst season of his career since his first two seasons in the NBA, when he really wasn't getting that much playing time and minutes. He never really been known as an outstanding scorer or a guy that can take over games consistently. He had a stint in the NBA Finals where he was playing at an all-time level, but they ended up losing that Finals. He possibly would have been Finals MVP, depending on how Steph and Clay and them played those last games, if they would have won the championship instead of losing 3-1 lead to Golden State. To Cleveland. But other than that, I still think, even though I'm not a big Draymond guy, I still have a lot of respect for him because he is a guy that is down to earth when it comes to understanding the game, controlling the game, and keeping everybody in order, whether it's through his passing or through just being the anchor of a defense. He has won Defensive Player of the Year. He has made multiple All-NBA defensive teams, and that's something that a lot of players can't say. Most of them make it once or twice. No one has been able to make it as consistently as Draymond. Even though it looks like that's going to come to an end this season, you always know that he has that ability. And that could be for better or worse. Obviously, you'll be paying him for what he did in the past, because he hasn't had a good season right now. Plus, he'll be able to get more healthier because the off season will come. He can get a surgery or he can rehab and probably get over the big toe and the minor injuries that he has been having. But I think Draymond Green is one of the more intriguing players because he's not a one. And what I mean by that, that Draymond Green is not a number one option. If you're giving him the max contract, which a team will do, whether you believe it or not, somebody would give Draymond Green a max contract just because they might not be able to get nobody of his caliber. We done seen a lot of players get 20, like Jabari Parker and Otto Porter. They're glue guys or role players at best right now, and they was even able to get $20 million contracts. So don't make it seem like it's crazy to feel like Draymond Green can still get a max. It's players that have played either at the same level or worse that have already got over $20 million. And if they can get it, Draymond Green can do more than what they can and have a significant impact on winning with his style of play because he can be an anchor and he can be a good facilitator. So I think the biggest thing with Draymond will be what role is he's trying to do? Is he still trying to compete for championships, or is he still just trying to go out there and prove that he can carry a team, prove that he can be the second option? I think that's going to be the mentality that you will have to know going into signing him. What are you asking Draymond to do? Is you asking Draymond to be Draymond? Do you want more out of Draymond? Or do you want him to be that glue guy that's that third or fourth option that you're going to pay 80 to 100 plus million just to do the cleanup and the dirty work, which he's worth that money because he have proved that already in Golden State. They don't win their championships without Draymond being what he is. And that's something that we know in 15. That's something that we saw in 16. In 17 and 18, they don't get KD recruited without Draymond coming out there and saying that he wants him on his team and very pushing to pursue to get him on the roster, which helped them win 17 and 18 and possibly 3 in a row in 19 this season as they are the favorite to win the championship. This guy is underrated, and it has hurt him even more because of the season that he's had. But I think big picture wise, Draymond Green is going to get paid. Will he stay in Golden State? I don't know. It depends on what KD does. He loves Steph. He loves Clay. They brothers. They family. They've been playing together for years. They done went through the good, the bad, and the ugly, from struggling to becoming a championship team to being a team that won back-to-back championships. He has done special things in Golden State, and he has proven to be a winning player, and that's what coaches want, and that's what players want, and that's what the GMs want. And he has been able to prove that since he's been in Golden State. But I do think it's time for Draymond to be unleashed. And that's really what I want to see because he has been taking less. He took less money to keep this core together, and he has basically sacrificed and took nothing this year. He's going to get paid good money this year, but he's not going to make really no teams or get no incentives to help him get more money in the future because of the addition of Boogie and the fact that they don't utilize him as much as he was utilized 2-3 years ago when he needed to do more. And it's interesting to see if he's going to go with the money. Is he going to go and prove that he can be better than what he has been in Golden State? Or will he do the Clay route and just admit that, I'm fine with being on a team that I love playing? I keep telling these to people, the money is not everything in the NBA. I know a lot of these NBA players, a lot of these players have things off the court, whether it's businesses or investments. They have other ways to accumulate money outside of sponsorships and playing in the NBA. So it's not all about the money. If it was all about the money, Draymond would never took a pay cut when he got his extension. He took a pay cut because he loved playing with Steph and Clay, and that was before they even had KD. So it wasn't just about chasing a championship. It was because he loved playing with his team. And that's the only way he can stay in Golden State. We have seen Kevin Durant take pay cuts. We have seen Steph take a pay cut in the beginning and get paid in the end. We have seen Clay take a slight pay cut to stay with his Golden State team that gave them the ability to sign a player like KD because of their ability to sacrifice. And if they really want to keep this dynasty going, they all going to really have to sit down and figure out how can we still be able to get our money while still being able to keep this core intact And one of the biggest things they're going to have to do is take a significant pay cut so that all of them can stay on this roster and continue to compete for championships in Golden State until they finally meet their match. And then, that could be 2, 3 years from now. We don't know. It can be this year. We don't know, because remember, they won 7 games with the Rockets and almost lost in that fourth quarter. They could have got sent home in Game 6 and Game 7. So we don't know what happened. But they have been more vulnerable. They have shown weakness. They are showing that they can get killed. And that's the sad part. The run seems like it's coming closer to an end. I think the addition of Boogie has helped them. That acquisition should help them make the championship and win again. If he ever gets back to the old Boogie, which is looking like impossible this season. But he's getting closer and closer to that level of being physical, drawing fouls, and being able to space out the floor consistently. They still got over 10 games to get it right and get in order. Obviously, it's going to hurt because KD isn't going to be there possibly, but I think that should help them want to prove and do more, and that should give Boogie a lot more confidence and Draymond a lot more confidence as they end out the season. But I want to see this team stay together. They're fun to watch. They're entertaining. They're hated because they win so much, and everybody in the NBA wants to beat them because they've been winning the most championships than any other organization. But at the same time, we know all good things come to an end. They're not going to be playing with each other forever, whether it's retirement or just growing apart or just the money. You want more money or you want to prove yourself, or whatever it is. This team eventually is going to come to an end, whether it's this year or next year when Draymond does become a free agent. One of these players is going to have to leave, or one of these players going to have to take significant pay cut just for the love of playing with each other and winning. It comes with a sacrifice. But Draymond Green is the most unique out of these players. He's a guy that hasn't proved that he can be the man. He's a guy that hasn't proved that he can carry a team. He's a guy that hasn't proved that he can really be the second best option on a championship team. He hasn't proved those things, and he is 30 years old basically, and he has got a lot of acclaim and a lot of recognition for his work helping this team win championships. And remember, they had David Lee, and they won a championship with him. But Draymond Green took his spot, and he was an all-star caliber player at that time before the injury. But after he got injured, they replaced him with Draymond Green. So I definitely want to see what's going to happen with Draymond, and it's interesting to see what he would choose to do. I think he really does love playing in Golden State. This is his home. This is his family. This is where he wants to be. But if they do decide to keep KD and he doesn't decide to go to New York or the Clippers, wherever people saying, Draymond Green going to be the guy that's going to be left out. We already know DeMarcus is gone because another team is going to pay him, and the Warriors can't afford to do that. So they losing one of them for sure. Who's going to be the number 2 guy that they lose? If they decide to keep KD and Clay, they're not going to have no money for DeMarcus and Draymond. They're going to be the odd man's out. But they are the weaker links, so it makes sense if they pick those other 3. But at the same time, if Draymond really does love it, he's going to have to take a significant pay cut to play with his brothers for another 2 to 3 years, depending on how long the contract is. And he might get a player or a team option, so he still have the flexibility to come back and be a free agent if things don't work out or they get beat by somebody else. But other than that, Draymond, I think we starting to sleep on him a little bit, and we're not appreciating what he brings to the table because he has declined and his role has been decreased because they have brought in more talent. And like I said, if you want to win a championship and you want to win, sacrificing is huge. Whether it's a pay cut, whether it's play time, whether it's getting less touches, Draymond Green had to sacrifice as much. He had to sacrifice the most out of any of these players because Clay getting his touches, KD getting his touches, Steph getting his touches, even DeMarcus coming in and having a marginal role. But that's what they had to do if they want to win with this team. So we'll see. Draymond Green has a lot of things that he can prove to himself. He has a lot of things that he can do. But at the same time, let's be real. Draymond Green is far away from being a franchise player, but he also can be better than what he is right now because of his situation and the talent that they have. So he has some interesting options. He has some interesting things on the table when he becomes a free agent, and we're going to see what type of thing Draymond wants to do. And I think that's going to be fun for everybody because we want to see Draymond do well. We want to see him continue to play at the Hall of Fame level that he was playing at for the last 3 to 4 years. And it would be fun to see him get back to that level, but it's just hard to do it when you have 5 all-stars on one roster. Somebody has to take a pay cut, somebody has to take a fall, and somebody has to do what's best for the team, and that was Draymond Green. And we had to give him credit and show love for him for doing that. Even though we knew he wasn't the third best player on his team, he still had to accept it, he still had to live with it, and he still had to go out there and do his job. And I feel like he has handled it and done it well this year, and you have to give him credit for that. And that's the reason why I make this video. We fuck with you, we appreciate you, and it is fun to watch you play basketball. But at the same time, the writing on the wall is gonna come to an end, and it might come with Draymond. He's not being appreciated by people. He's not being liked by people. He's not getting touches. He's not getting all-star appearances now. He might not even make an all-NBA team, whether it's offensive or defensive, and I think that's fair because I don't think he played at that level this season. But that also gives him incentives and reasons to leave because he can get those things back and do something selfish, which is help his career become Hall of Fame level by being able to get those awards on another team, by getting more minutes, more touches, and more opportunity. Can really inflate his career a lot, and that could be what he needs. Or, you know, the longer he's staying in Golden State, the lower and the less he's going to have to do, which means it's going to be harder for him to get there. But I still think he'll get there eventually because they don't win the championships without Draymond. I think he's going to be huge for them in the playoffs when it comes to switching and playing defense and slicing up the defense with his precision of passing. That's a gift that he has. So let me know what you guys think. Will Draymond leave to pursue a bigger career? Will Draymond leave for the money? Will he leave because he's not being appreciated by a lot of people? People think he should be gone. They start rumors about him. They threw him under the bus for the KD thing, which is all fine. But at the same time, it's in Draymond's head. Draymond knows these things. He sees these things. He hears these things. And eventually, you know, it's either you got to put up or shut up. And I feel like Draymond is one of those guys that can do that, and he has proved it. So I don't see why he will run or be scared of it. And I respect him for that. And he has took the biggest sacrifice out of everybody on this roster, even Andre Iguodala. And it cost him some things this year, and it might cost him some money because the numbers don't look that well, and his play doesn't look the same. His impact doesn't look the same, and that's the sacrifice he had to do to win with this team if they win it this year. Check out my website, analysisplayground.com. Link in the description, comment section below. Check out my Facebook page, analysisplayground.com. Link in the description, comment section below. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching. Thanks for liking on Facebook. Also, I enjoy making these videos. I do discussions just like this. I do the trades. I do the buyouts. I do NBA breakdowns, NBA tribute to the legends. I do NBA rookie analysis, whether it's Summer League, NBA mock drafts, or even just breaking down their games, whether in Summer League or in the NBA. I cover all things NBA and basketball. Thanks for the support in the channel. Thanks for following. Thanks for becoming a part of the family. I appreciate it. Quinn Wade, basketball analysis, I'm gone. And let me know, will Draymond chase water? Will he go for gas? Will he go for air? Where he go? What is he going to do? Let me know what you guys feel in the comment section below.